On this episode of Drive Modified, we're going to be swapping the engine out of the EP3 Type R into the Fiesta ST. So before we jump into swapping engines from obviously the Type R to the Fiesta, I thought we might talk for a minute about why we're doing what we're doing, because I know quite a few people might be a little bit disappointed to find out that we're ditching the Duratec and that sort of path and going a different direction with it. The main reason really is after we finished the final episode, the ones we made the inlet nice and fit and everything, the car was quite slow, so quite down on power, and also almost immediately started burning oil. So we did a compression test on it and it was low on one of the cylinders. We kind of knew it was a bit of a risk fitting, you know, those sort of mods to an older engine. Had like 125k on the clock and not much in the way of service history. So we kind of knew it was a bit of a risk, and it bit us. But never mind, that's just how things go sometimes. So then we sort of looked into rebuilds and I started pricing it all up on like Burton Power and you know, genuine timing chain and guides and whatever else, and you know, having the head skimmed and the block skimmed and all that, and it was probably coming out like probably £2,000, you know, using genuine parts and everything, which I was pretty willing to do. And then I had the Civic land in my lap for practically no money at all. So, and I'm aware that the K20 swap exists, as can be seen behind me, and has been done before. So there are a couple of cars out there running it already, and there are, you know, semi bolt-in kits for it. So the mounts, sort of paddle adapters and various other bits and pieces. So that's the route that we decided to go, purely based on the funds. And also when we look at it, a well-tuned K20 motor with an inlet and exhaust with a decent ECU is easily capable of 250 brake, so which is way more than what, you know, even a freshly rebuilt Duratec with inlet and cams that might do 200 if you're lucky. So and 6-speed gearbox, so which is no bad thing. So yeah, without further ado, we'll jump into it and start chopping engines. So as you can see, we've had an absolutely massive day here today. We've removed engines from both cars. Engine obviously out of the Fiesta, and the engine out of the Civic as well, which also gave us the opportunity to paint the bay, paint the subframe, do loads of other bits and pieces. Now you might have noticed it's not just me doing all the work. There's loads of people coming and going and helping out. So I'm actually not in my own unit where we filmed the first one. So a massive shout out to my friend Rob for lending us his unit. He's the go-to guy for this sort of stuff. So he's done loads of turbo conversions, superchargers, 6-speed conversions, K20 swaps, you name it, he's the man. Sneaking behind the camera, Robert. And then obviously a huge shout out to a couple of my friends from uni who graciously came down to give their time for free, which is again a massive commitment from them and massive effort. So yeah, really appreciate all the help, and you know, hope you'll see them in future videos as well, spannering. So yeah, next week hopefully we'll get the engine in the Fiesta. So yes, key person to mention. So none of this would be possible without Sam at ARC. So Sam at ARC is the chap that builds all of the engine mounts, the pedal adapter, loads of bits and pieces. So yeah, like I said, those kits are available to buy for whoever you like. So yeah, again, wouldn't be possible without that kit, or it would be, but really difficult. So yeah, if anyone's looking at doing the conversion, Sam at ARC and Rob are your men. I'll put all the links to any parts I've used and stuff in the description. So yeah, for now, have a good one.